Good day friends, you are all aspiring artists. You want to be painter, sculptor, a commercial artist, anything. But most important thing here is your material and also the method. So, first I will try to make you understand and to know about your materials. You start anything, it is said that all the visions comes through pencil, no doubt about it. The first thing that you have to learn how to choose and how to use the pencil. The drawing will start definitely by a pencil. There are different kind of pencils. These kinds are actually nominated or designed for the softness of the lead. Now, there are numbers for the softness of the pencils. The hardest that we use for art is the HB pencil. With the HB pencil, you start drawing. Let me show you how it works. It is neither very soft nor very hard, but that is accurate thing to get your drawing right. See, here I draw a line. If I put pressure on that, it won't be very dark, but if you use it lightly, then you will have lighting. Now, these are for specially for line drawing. Now, you want a little more darker tone. For this, we are taking 2B pencil, which is softer than HB. Look here how HB works. Can you see? The line is a little broader and also dark. Now, sometime for shading, you need softer brushes than 2B. You can use 3B or 4B. Here is a 4B pencil. You see the tonal quality of the 4B pencil. Now, you want darker tone for shading. Now, you move to 6B. Okay. Now, sometime you need very dark, especially for the background. Then I will prefer to use this thing, a graphite pencil that is very dark, and call it 9B. See the difference from 2B to 9B. Now, after the pencil, there are few things that are important. That is the paper. You get different kind of paper. For drawing, Cartridge sheet is enough, and for color, watercolor, you will get better Cartridge sheet which has more grains and the thickness. And after you choose your paper, now the thing comes on which surface you will make your drawing. This board will help you. So, it is carryable. You can take it from one place to another place. Even you do not have a table, you can just put it on your lap and you can use that. So, fix your paper on the board. If you need, you can use pin or clip to keep it static just on the board. This is very important. Next thing that you must have with you, that eraser. Now, a softer kind of eraser is now in the market. This is also very good. You can use it. And do not forget to carry a sharpener. Now, this is the very preliminary thing that you need for drawing. After drawing, you have to color it if you want to. There are different kind of colors. Basically, colors are all pigments. The pigments are actually achieved from different sources. They could be vegetable, they could be mineral, and these days you can get it from the chemicals. We say watercolor, we say gouache or oil colors. Only difference in these colors are its binder. The pigment comes in powder form and you have to bind that into a form. So, when you bind it through a water soluble binder, then it becomes watercolor. That means you can dilute the color with water. When it is bound by oil, you can use only oil to dilute it. For that, in oil color, this is basic, you can use linseed oil, that a thinner to get diluted your colors. Now, we come to the next thing, that is the poster color. Poster color is water soluble. That means, it is a color in which the kind of binder that easily you can dilute with water. So, there are different kind of watercolor. This is one, the poster, then the tempera, and also the western type of watercolor. The difference is very simple. Now, most of the watercolor have lot of white in that. So, we call it tempera. In fact, poster color is also a kind of tempera color. When you have studied your art history, most of the ancient Indian paintings are made of tempera color. So, tempera color is an opaque one, and in which lot of white is mixed, and it can be used in any surface of water, paper, or also sometime on the wall. For example, the famous painting of Ajanta, the mural painting, is made of mural, and also the miniature painting are made of this kind of color. But the commercial art, they prefer to use the poster color that is available in the market in the bottle. After that, we will take the British type of watercolor. The important feature of watercolor that it is transparent. In fact, when you use watercolor, you need not use the white. For example, if in any part of a painting you want white, you have to use the surface color of your paper. So, this is a color which is transparent, in which a lot of water is mixed and very thin, and you get the proper effect. For this, there are also special brushes. These are the watercolor brushes. These watercolor brushes have a special quality. There are many types of brushes. You have to be very careful to choose your brush. The first thing to perfect choosing of your watercolor brush, let us see how these colors work. I will first show you the use of the poster color. Now, I am taking yellow ochre, for example. Now, you need a palette, which is very important, and you take the color from the bottle and just put it here. For getting a smooth use of this color, you need not mix much water, just very little of water give you a smooth effect of the color. Let us see. This is the poster color, you can see, and it is thick and opaque in appearance. On the contrary, when we use watercolor, I am taking the same color, the yellow ochre. In this type of watercolor, you need very little amount of color, but lot of water. So, you can see how a very soft effect is coming here. Now, you can mix even other color with that very easily, that merge into the other color, which is not easily possible for the case of poster color. You can see. So, how is merging with the other color. This is the effect of the British type of watercolor. Most of the landscape that was done by the British artists are in this style, and now it is also very popular in India. Now, we will come to more handy type of material. This is called oil pastel. Let us start with oil pastel. Oil pastel is a form of color in which pigments are bound in a stick form and of different colors. This is a wonderful medium which has been beautifully used by very famous artist, French artist Degas in his works. Now, I will try to use this on the paper. See here the color, and you are just rubbing it on the paper and retaining the linear quality. You are working with this particular medium. Now, apart from this, there is another very easily available material, that is colored pencil. Colored pencil, in the same way, you can use these shades to get a form with this, and you can color it like almost like that we have seen in the case of oil pastel. There is one more thing, that is acrylic. Acrylic is a new form of style or technique. Acrylic, it is the pigment from chemicals, and it has a binder that is also chemical in nature. I will show you how we can use acrylic. Acrylic is almost like poster color in nature, they are opaque, and it should be used for a special kind of brush. The effect is almost like the poster color, but poster color is not washable. It sprayed with a drop of water. I will show you. But when it is dry, it will not wash out. So, if you want to use acrylic, better you buy a canvas and use it. Most famous or most interesting form, that is oil color. The most famous works of the great artists, Leonardo da Vinci to Picasso, or even modern day Vikas Bhattacharya and others, they always prefer to use this technique or this material. Oil is a pigment that is bound with oil, and it is only could be soluble with linseed oil. But remember, it has some problems also. It does not dry as fast as watercolor, acrylic, poster color. It takes lot of time to dry. That means, if you want to overlay a color on other, you have to wait at least one day, and it will take definitely a day to dry the first coat. But once it is dry, it has a special effect. It is glowing, it is shining, and it is long lasting. And oil could be used only on specially prepared canvases. For oil color also you need special kind of brushes. These brushes are a little harder than watercolor brushes. Now, these are the most interesting and favorable and popular forms of technique and material. Last one, which is also very interesting, that was invented by Abanindranath Tagore. They call it wash painting. One thing, Generally, you work on canvas standing. There is a easel on which you put your canvas, and this is the palette that you keep like this, and then you use the color on that. So, these are the all materials and the method I have explained. Then we will first see how you use the drawing with life study by our artist.